Hey guys, Netherite Dev here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to be showing you guys how to make a game like Snap Battles part, what is it, 6? Yeah, part 6. In this video, we added Gamepass gloves and Killstreak. A Killstreak is our Gamepass glove. So I'm in our game here. So if we were to click on our Killstreak glove, you can see it says no, and it prompts us to buy Snap Battle Tutorial Gamepass. Once we purchase it for 1 Robux, we click on it again. Oops. We click on it again. There we go. Once it processes, and you can see we have equipped it. Now if we walk down here, we have our Killstreak glove. And for every kill we get with it, we get +1 power on the glove, obviously. Right? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in it. Bye. Congratulations to Dino the Pog or Random Anthony for winning today's daily giveaway. I hope you enjoy your 15 Robux, and I will see you guys in the video. See ya. Alright guys, so I'm in the Snap Battles game world here, and the first thing we're going to be able to do is create our Killstreak glove itself. Alright, so at this time, instead of having it in server storage, we're going to put it in starter player, or it's called starter pack. Alright, we're going to put it in starter pack, so that way we can play it and test it. So, because we're going to actually make a stand at the end of the video, so we're doing things in a bit of a different order this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the default glove, and we're going to move it into starter pack. You can go ahead and rename it to Killstreak. You can rename the int value in here from 1 to 5 because it's our 5th glove. And then we're going to go ahead and customize the hit handler. So you can open up the hitbox and the hit handler. Alright, actually before we go into the hit handler, in the hit handler script, we're going to go ahead and click the plus, and we're going to add in an int value. We're going to go ahead and rename this to power. This is going to be a value that decides the power of our glove. And whenever we kill a player, this value is going to change, giving us more power. So we're going to set the value of it to whatever you want your base power or your starting power to be for the glove. So for me, it's going to start at 30 power. Okay, so now in the hit handler, up where it says local tool, we're going to do local power equals to script.power. And then we're going to scroll down to where our power is right here, where it says force.velocity is equal to direction plus vector3.new 0,110 times 25. I'm going to change 25 to power dot value. Alright, and then we're going to go down 2 lines to the very bottom of the script. And we're going to do script dot power dot change connect function. Alright, so what we're doing is we're setting power to the new power. So we can do power dot value equals to power dot value. So I just realized that we forgot to recolor Killstreak. So what we can do is we can click on the mesh part, and we can change the color of it to let's just do an orange. Alright, so in server storage, we are going to add in a string value, and we can go ahead and rename it to PlayerHit. So what this does is whenever a player is hit by the glove, the player who got hit, a string value is going to be set to the enemy player, and if they die in the next 5 seconds, then the player who hit them gets +1 power. So now back into our hit handler, we're going to go into the function that says if player humanoid root part and e humanoid root part, then you can go down to after the rotation. Alright, we're going to go down 3 lines, or 2 lines I mean. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a variable for the player hit. So local player hit is going to be equal to game.server storage colon find first child, and we're gonna get PlayerHit. So I'm gonna make sure it exists. If PlayerHit, then oops, I cannot spell today. So if PlayerHit exists, we are gonna check if the enemy character has already been hit. So if they already have a PlayerHit inside of them. So if IfChar colon find first child, we're gonna get a PlayerHit. So make sure you spell it exactly like the one in server storage. Then we're gonna do else. We're gonna clone the PlayerHit value, and we're gonna put it in the enemy player, I mean. So you can do local cloned PlayerHit is going to be equal to PlayerHit colon clone. We're gonna set clone PlayerHit dot value is going to be equal to PlayerChar dot name. So whoever hit them, and clone PlayerHit dot parent is going to be equal to IfChar. They're sending it to the enemy character. So now what we're gonna do is in the PlayerHit value, we're gonna add in a script, right? And then we're gonna add in another script, all right? You can go ahead and name one of them to IfChar and the other to IfBackpack. We're gonna do IfChar first, so we can open it up. Don't worry, they're gonna be very similar. So I'm gonna do local time to death. It's going to be equal to 5. So this is like the timer. If they don't die in the next 5 seconds, whoever was hit, then the person who hit them does not get more power. So we're gonna set a variable for the player. So local player, or whoever got hit, is going to be equal to script.parent.parent. So whoever got hit is the player. You can do local humanoid. It's going to be equal to player colon find first child, and we're gonna get their humanoid. And we can do local player, or the player who hit them, is going to be equal to script.parent.value, because the value is going to be set to the player who hit them. Alright, so we're gonna set a loop. So while wait 0.1, alright, we're gonna set time to death, because time to death is a timer. So time to death equals time to death minus 0.1, and we're gonna check if the humanoid exists. So if humanoid, then you can do if time to death. So we're gonna check if time to death is still going, or it's run out of time already. So if it is greater than 0, then we're gonna do humanoid dot died colon connect function, right? So whenever the humanoid dies, we are connecting this function. If they have died in the 5 seconds they have, we're gonna set a for loop. So for I, comma v in pairs, we're gonna do game.workspace colon get children. So we're gonna check if the player exists. So basically searching workspace for the player who hit them. So if v colon is I'm gonna do model, alright, then we're gonna check that the name of the model is equal to the enemy player. So if v, and so first we're making sure it exists. So if v and v dot name is equal to e player, then we're gonna check if they have Killstreak in their inventory. So if v colon find first child of class, we're gonna get tool, seeing if they have a tool in their inventory, dot name, it's going to be equal to Killstreak. Oops, I misspelled that. Make sure it's spelled exactly like your glove is. So Killstreak, like this. Then we're gonna do v dot kill. We can just paste it. Dot handle dot hit handler dot power dot value is going to be plus equal to 1. So we're adding on 1. And then we're going to do script dot parent colon destroy. So we're destroying the value. And we're going to break the loop. Alright, down here on the last 3 ends, we can go down a line, alright? And we're just going to do else. So right before this curved, or right after this curved end, or the function end, and we're going to do else. We're going to do script dot parent colon destroy, and then we're going to break the loop. So what this else is doing is if we have run out of time for the player to die, we are going to break the loop. Alright, so that's our IfChar done. So if the Killstreak is in the backpack, in the character, now we're going to check if it's in the backpack. So what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this script and we're going to paste it into IfBackpack, alright? The script is pretty similar, but there are, I think there's 1 or 2 line difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete these 2 lines. Instead we're going to do if game dot players colon get player from character, and since v is the character, we're just going to do v. We're going to do dot backpack colon find first child, and we're going to get Killstreak. Then we're going to give them 1 power, so game dot players colon get player from character. We're going to get v dot backpack dot Killstreak handle hit handler dot power dot value plus equals 1. That's a lot of dots. Okay, hopefully I spelled all those things right. Can't really see my keyboard because my microphone is in the way of it, but that should work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this dummy's unanchored. So we select all these parts and we're going to unanchor them, right? So now that we have an unanchored dummy, I don't know why he was here in the first place. We're just going to duplicate him, put him all around the base plate. No, we'll line him up. We're just going to line him up against the edge, alright? So in spawn in, we got our Killstreak, alright? What happened to my Killstreak? Now we can go ahead and test it out. Hopefully it works. Right, I hold it and it looks fine. Alright, so we're going to go to the spawn here. So back in IfChar, alright? We're getting Killstreak from the handle. It's not in the script isn't in the handle, it's in the hit box. I'm going to do that. Hit box, alright? Alright guys, same thing for line 15, if backpack. It's not dot handle, it's dot hitbox. So hitbox, there we go. I spelled this wrong. Hitbox, alright. So now if we test it out, I'm going to select this dummy here, alright. You can see there's no value in it. I hit it, a value is created with my name on it. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, it was destroyed because he died. Alright, and you will probably get this error, doesn't matter. Because if we open up our glove, so if I find my character somewhere around here, there he goes. Alright, we're going to open them up. And open up Killstreak, handle, hitbox, hit handler, and the power is going to be now 31. If we kill another one, pay attention to that power. It's now 32. Kill another one, pay attention to that power. 33. Kill another one. 34. But if they take longer than 5 seconds to die, then it will not count. I have a power of 43. Another thing that works, if I were to hit an NPC and then click 1 to put it away, and it goes to my inventory, alright? If you were to open up the, so you can see that the power also goes up. Right, so now that we have all this scripted, I'm just going to delete all these dummies. Yeah, I only have 1 dummy, and that was, I think, for the first tutorial. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to create our Gamepass now. Or open up browser on Roblox. Wait, open up a browser, then go to Roblox. Yeah, it's better, alright? We're gonna click on create, and we're gonna go to my creations or group creations, whatever it is. You're gonna find your game. So right here, I have my game, Slap Battles Tutorial. Alright, the game's actually on copy locked. If you want to go ahead and test it out and take the script, it's on copy locked. But what we're gonna do, once you find it, you're gonna click this little gear, and you're gonna click create pass. Alright, and then we're gonna choose a file as our image. I have this random hammer lying around, so I'm just gonna select that, and we're gonna go ahead and name it. So I'm gonna do Slap Battles Tutorial Game Pass. Alright, and the description, you can just do a simple Game Pass for my tutorial. Right, and we're gonna click preview and verify upload. So once you find your pass down here, you're gonna click little settings, and you're gonna click configure. And you're gonna go to sales, and you're gonna click item for sale. Alright, so this is gonna make it so that way you can actually sell your item, and you can put the price, do whatever you want. So for me, I'm just gonna keep it 1, and then you can click save. Now what I'm gonna do just to test it is I'm gonna delete this item from my inventory. Alright, and I'm gonna rebuy it later. Alright, just a precaution, we're gonna go to game settings, security, and we're gonna enable third-party sales and click save, because sometimes Roblox thinks that it's the game pass is from a third party when really it's just from your game. It's weird, but we're gonna do that just in case. Anyway, now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna duplicate this, right? And I'm just gonna go ahead and customize it. Alright, so I've gone ahead and customized everything. The name is Killstreak left, power 30 plus, cooldown 2.5 seconds, and ability kill for more power. And I also set the text down here to buy Game Pass. Oh, and speaking of the Game Pass, we're gonna go back into our browser. And if you have this selected, you're gonna go into the asset ID, and you're gonna select this batch of numbers. You're gonna right click and click copy, because we need that. So we can go ahead and open up stand. We're gonna open up the hitbox, not this hitbox, this hitbox. We're gonna open up the click detector, and we're gonna open up the script. So we're gonna set the ID to the ID we just copied instead, and we're gonna set glove value to, we're gonna do Killstreak glove right up here, and we're gonna set equip.value to 5. There are a few changes we need to make. For one, instead of getting badge service, we're gonna get marketplace service. So local s is going to be equal to game : get service. Oops. Get service. We're gonna get marketplace service, and down here instead of badge service, user has badge, we're gonna do if marketplace service : user owns Game Pass async. We're gonna do player dot user ID, comma ID. Then, alright, so we're checking if the player who clicked has the Game Pass. We're saying equip.value to 5, the glove value, blah blah blah. After else, so if they do not have it, we're gonna prompt them to purchase it. So we're gonna do it. Marketplace service : prompt Game Pass purchase, and we're gonna do player, comma ID. So we're gonna prompt them to buy our Game Pass. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna publish it and actually test it. Alright. Oh, and before I forget, we need to put Killstreak back in server storage. Okay, make sure you do not forget that. Put Killstreak back in the hands folder in server storage. Alright. Now we can go ahead and publish to Roblox, and we can go ahead and find your game, and we're gonna go ahead and play it. So if you remember, I have removed the thing from my inventory. I have removed the pass from my inventory. So if I were to click on our Game Pass glove, you can see it shows the no effect. It's gonna prompt me to buy the Game Pass. So if I accept, if I purchase it, alright, in game, you can see I click it. I can now equip it. You see it up here, it says Killstreak. I've equipped it. And if I were to walk down here, I get my Killstreak live. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if the lack of uploads. I've been taking a little bit of a break, alright? But thank you so much for watching and all their support. Remember, if you need help with scripts, games, and copy locked, alright? And see you guys in the next upload. See you!